Hello, tubers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And thank you for coming on to Coopersthaiadventure. Money matters. Monday, get it out. Drink your coffee, Brooke. With myself, Cooper, and my good friend and trusty sidekick, Mr. Brooke Schneider.
Good to be here.
And wow, what a week it was. A lot of things were happening. Alts are dropping like crazy. Bitcoin's dropping like crazy. Microstrategy is dropping like crazy. And MSTY is dropping like crazy. What the hell happened, Mr. Schneider?
Well, it's a down week.
Why?
More sellers than buyers.
No. It was because of a little thing called a PPI report. And it came in much worse than what everybody was expecting. And that scared the markets.
On the face of it, yeah. But if you look at the underlying, it wasn't as bad as everyone initially had thought.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you'll see a good rebound this week in the markets.
I do. And if you all remember, when we started last Monday's live stream, Bitcoin was at 119?
Okay.
119, and currently it's sitting at 117 and a half roughly. So yes, it did drop, but didn't even drop 1%. Look at that, almost at 117, 377. A little bit slower than what the TV's telling us with the live trading, which is 117, 445. So what's all the good news about? Okay, I asked Grok, what is the chances of MicroStrategy getting into the S&P 500? And when will it be announced? Grok come back and said it'll be announced on the 1st of September, which is a Monday, about 15 minutes after the stock market closes. The board normally announces it. There's 9 people on the board. Their names are unknown. All right. So they have protection there. And I asked, what's the chance of MicroStrategy getting accepted? 92%.
It's not a question of if, it's simply when. So they have 92%. One in September. They likely will get in. I do believe they will.
I do.
On the 8% that they might not, it would be December.
Yeah.
With almost certainty. So again, it's not a question of if, it's simply when. Likely September.
Well, I asked Grok that same question, and they said there's less than a 5% chance that they don't get in this time, and they get in December.
Yeah, okay.
Because it based it on Coinbase was allowed in, and several others, crypto-related, have been allowed into the S&P 500. So therefore, the flagpole has moved to allow crypto into the S&P 500. So that would put MicroStrategy in the top 100 stocks in the S&P 500 stocks if they got in. Now with Coinbase, when Coinbase got in, its share price went up 25% in a single day.
Mm-hmm.
In a single day. What do you think will happen to MicroStrategy share price if and when it's accepted on the 1st of September?
I don't know. No, I could see it probably that as a minimum.
I would say minimum
25 to maybe 50, depends. You know, you'll get that spikes during the day because basically everyone that follows the S&P, and we're talking big money managers, institution, pension funds, it's like a passive holding for them. They hold the S&P 500. So they feel they're diversified, which they are, and they know the returns are going to be steady, and they have been for decades. That forces all those funds to purchase MicroStrategy shares to equate the percentage in the S&P. I think it's an equal percentage on those, and that'll create a lot of demand. So good, you know, I can see it going up and to the right.
I can. Okay, let's get started with today's live stream. So we'll answer your questions live on air. So get them in now.
Jeff Trio, evening guys, and top of the morning to y'all. Brooke, I need to talk it down. Do you think MSTY will ever go back to $20? Correct. I do. I think that. And if if you follow Misty's relation to MicroStrategy, Misty's down because MicroStrategy's down.
Right.
And the correlation is about, say, MicroStrategy goes up 50%. Typically, Misty will follow about half of that. So say a 25% rise. You know, if MicroStrategy jumps 50%, that'd only be to 540. I think it'd be close to a new all-time high, maybe an all-time high, thereabouts. You know, Misty at 18, 9, 27. So yeah, I could definitely see that. It wouldn't take much. If MicroStrategy jumps this week, I think you'll see Misty follow. And if you've been following Misty, which, you know, you probably do daily if you own it, you'll see that there is a correlation, not exactly obviously 1 for 1, but about probably half of whatever percentage it goes up, you know, will equate with a similar rise in Misty. So I'm not selling. I've got, you know, my nephew into it, and it's also important, guys. You know, you don't want all your eggs in one basket. We also have Alti we like. I got my nephew into that, and what I tell people is, you know, people, hey, anyone who wants to hear me out, I suppose, and my nephew, I says, look, at you figure your budget, what you need to live, and double it. What's the matter?
I need to change the banners. Still got it from the last one.
Muted.
No. There we go. That's better.
Yeah. But anyways, to answer Jeff, yeah, I definitely see it. It's simply a buy and hold until it happens. And yeah, I heard a good saying this past week, Coop, and that was, look, at with these ETF funds, Yield Max and the similar products, there's a lot of them coming out now. Look at that as an investment that, hey, forget your money. Your money's gone, but you now have an income for life. And I thought about that. Well, you know, Jesus, don't worry about the principal that's sitting there. It'll go up, it'll go down, but you've got an income for life. And that's kind of what I think a lot of people in these funds are looking for is, you know, a check. And like anything, you know, that's another reason I like Alti, because it's definitely more diversified than the single stock ETFs, meaning Misty, which is based on MicroStrategy, Tesla, which is based on Tesla. And, you know, those are single stocks. So you're not really too diversified. You're relying on those stocks. Now, I do love them both. I think they're up and to the right given time, but they'll be volatile in the meantime. With Alti, you have a little more, obviously, diversification. And, you know, there's other ones out there. I'll mention one today. But, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll get into that too, Jeff. I am mega bullish right now on MicroStrategy, and everybody knows that. But what's made me even more bullish, besides the S&P 500, is their new ATMing, which are going to be not on the common stocks, but on the preferred stocks. And they have one called Stretch, RT. What is it?
STRC, I believe. Yeah.
But everybody pronounces Stretch. And it is a favorite. It's the best one they've ever done of the preferred shares. And they've got 4 out because it pays 9%.
Well, yeah, and it's kind of like similar to a money market.
Yes.
So your money's sitting there, it's earning a terrific yield, which, you know, the big boys love that, and yet they have quick access to the money should they need it.
Exactly. Yeah. And right now, it's only been out 2 weeks. They initially wanted to sell 500 million worth. It's raised over 2.8 billion so far.
Yeah, oversubscribed tremendously.
And if it hits the magic figure of $100 per share, right now it's about 98 and change. That's the trigger for these high-risk money managers get involved and want in when that magic $100 per share hits. If that hits, they're forecasting Stretch to earn $100 billion.
Yeah, I think not so much earn as having more capital available to buy. Guess what? Bitcoin.
Yeah.
You know, Sailor will ATM it to the, you know, till the cows come home.
So if that happened, again, hypothetically, there would be no bear market. He'd buy the dip through every single day of the bear market. and keep Bitcoin alive. That's what I can see happening.
Bear market in Bitcoin.
Yes.
Yeah, there could be a bear market in the overall markets, you know. I don't know if that's going to happen. What I do see happening, and guys, this is important. We are likely going to see rate cuts come in next month.
Yeah,
definitely. They figure 1, which would be a quarter likely. There's a lot of talk about 2, which would raise it up to a half, say. That's going to have a tremendous push into risk assets, which is what we all own. So, you know, you're flooding the market with money that's sitting on the sidelines. Now it's looking to place bets. Let's say stock market's one of the big ones, as well as your other real assets like housing, and that money's got to go somewhere. And the second thing that's coming in like
September.
Well, that you got the S&P inclusion, but just overall markets, Coop, is the money printers are, you know, they're printing money. The money supply is growing tremendously. The governments are going to be issuing more and more treasury bonds, printing money to, you know, pay the interest bills and whatever expenditures they need. And it's not just the US, it's worldwide. And lower interest rates cause people say, geez, I'm not making any money on the money market anymore. You know, I better put this money to work somewhere. And that's what causes, you know, I think the market to jump. And I think you'll see that, which will be the overall market. And that'll also pull up a lot of our stocks. Blakes to drums. Evening, everyone. Mo money, mo money, mo money. The new goats are Palti, 749, Hui, 689. Who W a weekly at 159 and ICOI at 924. Ride them till they throw you and smoke them if you got them.
I knew Palladium was going back up to $7,
right?
Because their stock price is $70 a share, so over $70 a share. So it's doing very well right now.
Yeah, there's definitely alternatives out there, guys. So, yep, take a look, do your research, obviously, and yeah, stay diversified. Rich Price. Love the thumbnail with the looks on the faces.
And thank you, Rich. Darlene did that.
I did.
And thank you for being a channel member, buddy. Much appreciated.
Richard Duger, aka Bubba. Hello, Cooper and Brooke. Hope for a good week in the stock market this week. I
think this is when we're going to see the rebound.
Yeah.
I think it's hit its bottom on Friday, and I think when the stock market opens today, we'll see it start slowly climbing, but it will climb again.
I think you'll see it. I think Bitcoin will be going up, and I think
I'm still predicting
Microstrategy will be going up too.
I'm still predicting that 125 for Bitcoin this month.
Be nice.
I still think it's going to happen. I got very close, 124. So very, very close.
Roger Walker, good morning, good evening, Darlene, Cooper, Brooke, and everyone. Hit that thumbs up, make Darlene smile.
Yes, please.
Yes,
if
Roger's
you're watching,
always good.
Make Darlene smile. Give us a thumbs up. It's free.
Rick Price is also looking forward to this week. Yes, an exciting week in the market.
Because it's the last earning week for MSTY.
True.
So next week, Wednesday, they'll declare.
We're not
and
too
then
far
Friday,
off.
we'll get paid.
Yeah.
So not this Friday, but next Friday, we'll get paid for MSTY.
Well, if you can get, let's look at anyone getting into MSTY at say 18. If you only got $1 a period for 13 payments, $13 return on an $18 stock.
I know.
Like, hello,
you can't beat it.
65% return on your money. So just, yeah, hang on, boys. You know, collect the dividends and, you know.
Well, last payment was 118.
Yep.
Any predictions for this one?
It might be lower because with the stock dropping, premiums have dropped, obviously. The reason you'll see these $20 MSTYs and 23 maybe going up even further, they'll be collecting more premiums, which will drive up payments, but it also helps with the stock. And how does the stock move? Well, based on Microstrategy. Well, guess what? If it gets included, there's more demand, that stock price jumps. Probably half of that jump is reflected in MSTY's price, as we mentioned, and that goes up. In the meantime, the premiums these guys are working with is going up as well, which means the payments to us go up. So, you know, it's volatile, guys. So, you know, just buy and hold, don't panic, you know, and if you have capital, well, things are on sale right now. Glenn Shaw, good morning, guys. Hopefully we are 10 days away from some good distribution declarations.
I'm saying minimum $1.
Yeah, that's my thinking.
I don't think
Hopefully
they'll go
it's more.
below $1.
No, I don't think so.
So if you figure we got 118 earlier this month, and you're getting 2 payments in August, and the second one is $1, so you made $2.18 in 1 month. Not bad.
Yeah, if you're paid.
Not bad
Yeah,
at
most
all.
of us pay bills monthly. So.
Yeah.
Richard Woolley, good morning, good evening, tubers.
Good morning to you, Richard, and thank you for coming on and joining us and being a channel member with a badge next to your name for only $2 a month. Much appreciated.
Nomad Jack and the lovely Pinky. Good Crypto Monday morning, CBD gang. Hope it is a better week coming.
I think so. I think we've finally hit the bottom. The scare tactics are done. Everybody that sold is already sold as of Friday.
Yeah.
And now it's time to pump back up.
Did you do that shout out to the guy? That,
no, I didn't. And thank you, Nomad Jack, for being a channel member. And I have a shout out to give. And it was during Saturday's live stream. But unfortunately, I didn't see it in time to give the shout out. So I'll do it now. Not a problem. Where is my email? I've lost my email, Brooke. Did you steal my email? No. I don't know how to do it, because Darlene changed my email inbox, so I can't actually see it. Oh well, I'll give him a shout out on Wednesday.
Okay.
Well, yeah, sorry.
Tells me on the balcony before the show. Yeah. Oh, I have to give a shout out, by the way. I missed it on Saturday. So Vegas Chris from Lost Wages. Good morning, CBD and the Coop Squad. Never too early to pound that like button. Make Darlene smile.
Absolutely true. And thank you, Chris and Nomad Jack, for both being channel members too.
Scotty Caswell, hello to all watching.
And hello, Scotty.
Aussie T, happy Monday, team. Everything is on sale. Correctamundo.
Yeah, everything is on sale. As Alpha likes to say, I bought the dip.
Yep. Lost Boy, good morning from San Diego, California.
Oh, near my old stomping ground, San Bernardino, just up the road from him. And hello, Lost Boy, and thank you for being a channel member. And David also.
David says, hey, Coop, I know you take gummies to help with your insomnia. I do as well, but suddenly cannot find them anywhere. One shop owner says they are now illegal in Thailand. Can you still find them?
Yes, I can.
I don't know if they'd be illegal.
Yep. No, they're not.
No.
Not yet. Maybe it's illegal for him to sell them, but what they're requiring, David, is a special license to have it. And it has to be regulated and accepted, by the Thailand Public Health Service. And there is one that still has it. It's on the corner of Soi Zero in Jomtien and Second Road. It's right there on the corner by the traffic lights. They still have them.
808 Bear, good morning, everyone. I'm finding it harder every 1 week to muster the enthusiasm to turn up for work. That's a common...
we turn up every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. So if we can do it, so can you.
Yeah, but it's not real work, is it? It's fun. But
we make it fun.
Luckily, I had a job in my career that I enjoyed going to work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You kind of look forward to it. I kind of realized later on in life, wouldn't it be terrible if you hated your job? Having to go every day to something you hate doing.
But here's the thing with our job. Yeah, you get along great with the boss, and I'm sleeping with the boss. So, Darlene. So, yeah, we have a great time.
When you look at Thailand, guys, you can live here a lot less expensive to live than it would be in the West, where maybe you're living now. And most people in the West, as I was, were planning for retirement in the West. So your plans might have been shortened dramatically for your retirement date if you come to Thailand and check it out. So who knows? You might be ready now. You probably have enough now. Kenny Beck, Coop, I had the dental implant procedure done this Friday.
Well done.
I feel like I've been in a car wreck, but yet you motivated me to get this taken care of with your review of the process.
Yeah, you will feel swollen, Ken, for about 2 weeks. I did. But in hindsight, looking back on it, it wasn't that bad. I was expecting it to be a lot worse than what it was. People were giving me the old scare tactics. And now, yeah, okay, your gums are going to be swollen. You're going to have stitches. Feels a little bit uncomfortable. But when the stitches come out after 2 weeks, the swelling's already down.
Right.
Yeah. So you're getting the worst part over with, bud.
I had no pain with my procedure.
Yeah, yours are dentures, not implants.
Yeah, for next to nothing here.
Yeah.
Mike D, hello, tubers. Hope all is well for you too in the land of smiles. Tesla is looking rough lately.
Yeah, because Tesla went down too.
Well, it did, but it's been working its way up. It's similar. Again, it's a one stock, kind of
Play.
that play. Yeah, good point. And it's volatile. The premiums with Tesla, guys, the volatility is a lot less than a lot of the other assets out there. And I'm talking even single stock like, Micro and the others. Tesla's not a lot of volatility. Consequently, the payments maybe aren't necessarily as robust for, over a year, say. But I think Tesla, like we know where it's headed. It's headed up and to the right. So that alone will pull up Tesla. It should as well keep the distributions decent levels, let's say. But again, it would be put your money, if you're putting your money into Tesla or you got it in there, just don't even look at that. Say, hey, now I have an income stream for life. And what's backing it? Tesla. Well, Tesla's going to be around, boys and girls. And, the premiums, as the share price goes up, your stock price should consequently follow. Maybe, obviously not dollar for dollar, but your premiums also go up. Therefore, your distributions probably. So, it's, I wouldn't panic at all.
Well, here's my thoughts on Tesla. I think you're still very early in Tesla. And once the robots come out, once the Tesla robot comes out, watch out. The stock is going to start to climb, and big time, especially when they realize how many jobs it can do. Given manufacturing, for example, it can do any factory job just as good as a human.
Yep.
And that's going to be big business for factories. They're going to want to buy it. Farmers are going to want to buy it, be out in the fields. Because the U.S. government's getting rid of all the illegals, so nobody's working in the farms, so.
Well, even before that happens, the robo-taxis, they're working. They're in the market now, and they're expanding the cities tremendously. And so, that's going to be the initial driver of Tesla's share price. And I think we're going to see.
That's going to kill Uber.
Well, so what?
Yeah, I would say brilliant.
Yeah.
Save spending those expensive Uber prices, You imagine getting in an Uber to go to the airport. Even if you're 15, 20 minutes to the airport, you're talking $100.
Yeah.
Tesla Cybercab can do it for a fraction of that, like 10, 15 bucks, so big difference.
And it's like the two big themes, guys, that we focus on here are AI and Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Because those two, in our opinion, are the driving forces for the next decade of investing. AI, Tesla's an AI play.
Yes.
And obviously Microstrategy is your Bitcoin play. If you don't have any, maybe look at getting a little bit even, dip your toes.
And we have our first shout out to give. It's from 123. It's Mr. JD, bought us 3 coffees and says, let's kill it with Ulti and Misty. And in fair disclosure, I bought both. I do own both Ulti and Misty. And the shout out I forgot to give earlier in the week, my emails just come back up. Thank you, Darlene. It says BTC 500 K04 bought 3 coffees on Saturday night and says, great channel. Congrats to Coop and Brooke. Love the Sunday night for me in Florida. Monday morning live stream for you in Thailand. Coop, I have an audio only podcast. Oh, yeah, I did already give that one. Yes. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. We did give him a shout out, didn't we?
Okay, well, that's you did on the other.
Yeah, we did. So I
have a double shout out. Wow,
yeah,
a lucky camper.
Well, he did it twice. So he bought 3 coffees and 3 coffees. So thank you very much, much appreciated. And I think that's us up to date. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So thank you, much appreciated.
Live and learn with Mike. Good morning, DJ Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene.
Good morning, Mikey. Thank you for coming on and joining us.
Logan C. Hello, studs. I'm glad you could join me at work.
Well, I'm glad we can join you at work. And hopefully you're having a good day there and you don't have an asshole for a boss. We got a lovely lady for a boss, don't we?
Yes. Chris Wheeler from Texas. I thought it was because of the Canadian hockey teams. Yeah, all of them. Yeah, all of them. Chrissy's a Texan, so he's got a team down there that plays in the NHL. Dallas, Matt.
Big Al.
Yeah, Big Al says, morning, Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene.
Good morning, Big Al. Thank you for coming on, bud.
There's Alf Romeo
Yes.
from Stony Creek with the lovely food munchkin. Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. Looking forward to another informative show, and I'm buying the dips.
Yeah, his favorite words.
Yeah.
Coop, I bought the dips.
Good for you. He's diversified. Uru, says Malcolm. Good day, Team Coop.
Good day to you, Malcolm.
Uru. Lovely Katea.
And Katea, yes.
Shannon Mack. Hi, gentlemen. Just wanted to say hi, and I look forward to these chats. Thank you for sharing your opinions and knowledge with us common folk. No, we're all common. Yeah.
That we're nothing special, Brooke.
And again, they're opinions. Hey,
yeah, we're just
what we're doing.
Ordinary people. And we decided to do a live streams and where everybody can join in. A lot of people, a lot of crypto channels out there. And maybe they'll answer one or two questions from the comments and all they do is sit there and talk the whole time. We don't. We want audience participation. We're going to talk about certain markets and then want you guys to join in and give your feedback. And that's what our channel's about. We made it different than all the rest.
Good. Yeah. Terry Fallon, good evening, morning, Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene.
Good evening, Terry, and thank you for being a channel member. And you too, Shannon. Much appreciated.
Up in Bancroft. Live and Learn with Mike. Misty is on sale. Yeah,
it
I
is.
Would say so.
$18.
There's a lot of them on sale.
That is an excellent price. Well below what I got in that. So I need it to spike back up too.
Live and Learn with Mike. Hit that thumbs up button. Make Darlene smile. Yeah.
Yes, please.
We like
it's
that.
Free. Pound it.
Biggest Chris. Coop is looking like he is in need of a haircut.
I am. I
am too.
I asked Darlene, hey, can you screw up my haircut again for me, please? And by the way, Brooke's next.
Yeah.
It's time for us to get that short
Jackie's
haircut before we go on the next bike ride.
Threatening to cut it for me. Ernest Jones. There's Ernie. Good morning, Coop, Darlene, and Brooke. Beautiful day today in Jomtien.
Always is.
I think Ernie met a nice lady the other day.
Filipina.
I think so, yeah.
Yes.
Fortunately, he wasn't sleeping, I guess. A lot of times he is when they...
and thank you, Ernie, for coming on and joining us, being a channel member. And you too, Don.
Ernesto. Don Delonic, Mr. XRP. Good morning from Dissagram Part 2. I feel sad that the internet was full of delusional people thinking the USA was buying MicroStrategy.
I still think there's a 50-50 chance they do.
Donnie's referring to I don't know, I think it was a tweet. It was a statement that came out from Bessent.
Yeah.
The Treasury Secretary,
stating
that they had no intention of buying Bitcoin. Not MicroStrategy. Bitcoin.
And then he went on Twitter an hour later and said, yes, we're still looking at doing it in a budget neutral way.
Quick call from his boss and said, hey, you better retract that because we are.
Yeah.
And so he did immediately within, like you say, the hour, retract that statement and state that actually we are going to be looking at accumulating Bitcoin. We're just not. It'll be new, tax friendly, neutral friendly, whatever. They're not going to, need the government money to do it. Could be tariff money or whatever. So, there's some truth in that statement, Don. But then maybe you missed the retraction of it. So it's still up in the air. I did see that Tommy Lee interview with Natalie Brunell.
Good interview.
Yeah. And he does. How could the government get 1 million Bitcoin? Well, I'll tell you, they'd probably have to buy MicroStrategy.
Yeah.
And then he quoted 3,000 a share might be the price.
And that's what Grok agrees with.
Yeah.
I asked Grok that same question.
That got me nervous, and I actually closed all my options on micro because but then I realized, okay, it's probably going to happen on a Friday night, should they ever do that. It is going to be a way down the road, so I might just go back into the options a bit. Maybe not on the whole position, but yeah. So Stay tuned, Donnie. Interesting times we live in. Terry Fallon, Coop, did some chicken Slovakia on the charcoal barbecue and thought about you. Okay, well, there he's barbecuing. Thinking
Yeah,
of
I
you.
miss my barbecues, Terry. I really, really do. And I'm looking forward to the day that we can finally move into a pool villa. Still looking, and hopefully we can get it sorted this week. We're waiting for some feedback on the agents. As soon as we get it, we put in a couple offers. There's some that we liked. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, see what happens.
Yeah.
Don Delanic, Bitcoin to 124, then dropped to 115. Microstrategy, Misty, crypto slammed down hard. Misty's dividends got smaller real quick. Yeah, they're in a downtrend. That's what markets are. They're volatile. You know, it's no different, Donnie, than the XRP. You know, it spikes and drops and, you know, goes back. So, you know, obviously, I think this week will rebound. So let's see what happens.
Well, you think a month ago, Brooke, we were stuck at 105 on Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And it had hit an all-time high, remember, of 112. And then it dropped down to 105 and everybody was pissed off. Now it's hit an all-time high of 124 and it's sitting at 117 and people are pissed off again. Well, it's not at that 112 or 105. So yeah, as you say, we get higher highs and higher lows.
Yep. Again, you know, just wait, hurry up and wait. You're going to get a Misty payment every 4 weeks, 13 a year. You'll have that for life because the underlying's not going away and there'll always be volatility in the market.
Yes.
So look at it as an income stream for life and hey, let the share price worry about its own.
Yeah.
Going for, you're not looking at selling anyways. You know, you want your money.
You want your monthly paycheck.
Yeah. Richard Woolley, I would love that income for life, Brooke, but I think it's wishful thinking, sir. Hope you're right. Well, listen, if the stock were to go away that you invested in, there's no premiums, there's no share, you're not going to get a payment. But are these stocks going to go away like Microstrategy? No. Tesla? No. Ulti has 30 different stocks. It's never going away. So the underlying would have to go away. Consequently, there'd be no premium options to generate income on. That's not happening. So that's the way to look at it, is it will be an income for life if you're in the right, you know, share. If you had invested in Enron and then we're selling calls on Enron back in its day, yeah, you'd be SOL. Shit out of luck because that went broke. But no, these companies aren't going broke. They're not going away.
No, I don't think so. Not anytime soon. Tesla, MicroStrategy, no.
Yeah, no. Terry Fallon at Vegas Chris, he's looking a little scruffy.
I had a shave. Come on, guys. I had a shave this morning. And yeah, okay. I'll get Darning to cut it tomorrow.
But he's got that big smile, doesn't he?
Yeah. All right, guys.
He's Vegas
Point
Chris.
taken.
Bitcoin, East, Solana, IBT, Tesla, Meta, MicroStrategy, Misty, Tesla, and Ulti. I'm not going anywhere, and I'm dollar cost averaging a little more into my bags at times like these. Now, Vegas Chris is well diversified.
Very.
I think he meant IBIT, hopefully there, but I actually kind of like that portfolio. It's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's well diversified. So you got your AI in there, you got your Bitcoin in there, your exposure. Sol's a good one. ETH's running, you know. So and then you got your monthly payers. So what he's got here, guys,
weekly and monthly.
Yeah, he's got income streams for, I assume, living costs, and he's got growth stocks with your Tesla and your Bitcoin and your Solana for long term, and that's ideal. I've spoke many times in the past about having both. Have your income streams guaranteed to live, and have your growth stocks. So, Terry Fallon, good evening, Alpha. How's it going? He's talking to Alpha in Stony Creek, Romeo. JJ, good morning, guys. Go Bitcoin. See you guys at Route 66 later.
Okay,
we'll see.
Great, JJ. Yeah, it'd be good to see you again, buddy. And we will be there at 11 o'clock today.
Yes, for brunch. With unlimited coffees.
Ooh.
Robert Pierpont, Warren Buffett went big into United Healthcare, correct, on his last SEC filing. That was interesting because it kind of pulled a lot of the healthcare stocks up with it. You know? I've no clue about United Health. So 1, 2, 3, it's Mr. JD. Hey, Coop, do you think MicroStrategy can still be 500 to 1,000 a share in September?
If they get included, yes.
I could definitely see 500. Mr. JD, maybe 6, but
we think
1,000 might be stretched.
we think at the low end, MicroStrategy will be about 540 if they're incepted into the S&P 500. Look at what Coinbase did; they did 25% in one day.
Yeah.
So MicroStrategy's got a lot more assets under management than what Coinbase does. So therefore, I see them moving a lot higher. And he just posted on X last night, our time, that another orange dot. So he intends to buy. Now he's raised $2.8 billion for Stretch, STRC, his new ATM model. And if he was to use that 2.8 billion to buy, you remember he had that big one of 21,021 Bitcoin. He could make it 42,042 Bitcoin. He could feasibly double it.
Ooh, yeah, it'd be a similar buy at 117, maybe about 21,000, say, maybe not quite that much. But, yeah, it'd be a big buy, put it that way.
Yeah, it'd be a huge buy. So we're waiting to see how
now,
much it is.
He's
tonight.
not a stupid guy. I mean, he's not going to drive the price up when he's buying. So he's going to buy in smaller increments. Maybe he only picks up half that and sits on the cash and wait. You know, we'll see what happens. But he'll announce today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Waiting to see how big a buy that is.
Alfa Romeo, hey Terry, all is well. Hope you and everyone watching is doing well. I'm feeling confident watching these two on Monday evenings in Stony Creek.
No, it should be
Sunday.
Sunday evening.
Yeah, Sunday evening. There.
Alpha, you're a day late and $1 short.
Bingo. Ronald Reichert, good morning, CBD and all the tubers from Daytona Beach. Hit that like button. Make Darlena smile.
Yes, please. And thank you, Ronald, for being a channel member and coming on and joining us. You too, Rich.
Rick Price. Geez, who's that guy in the picture? He's a monk. He's in a monk's robe. Get Brooke to help out with that email.
Yeah, it's up now. Yeah, Darlene sorted it out.
Oh, man. Bakester Drums. I know Brooke isn't a fan. Why, I'm not sure. But I mentioned MSTX, the poor man's MicroStrategy, to do its 1/10 the price at 2x and paid 14 cents dividend end of last year. If MicroStrategy rockets up, MSTX will double it. Yeah, no, I haven't really looked into it.
I haven't looked into it either.
It's funny, you know, you kind of get hooked on.
That's the one we'll look into. We'll let you
we'll
know.
look into that. I'll tell you what I am looking at. I heard about this on the bike ride.
What's that?
Phil mentioned about XBTY.
Okay.
And it's a 2x play on Bitcoin through the derivatives. And I think it was 23 and change on the stock last I looked. Pays about 44 cents weekly, which I kind of like. Well, 52 weeks on that type of payment, you're getting your money back in a year on it. So again, if I put money into it, forget it. I got an income stream for life type of things, the way I'd look at it. So
I like pie.
Eat Pie says the British tax man is looking for his money from our crypto.
I heard
starting in 2026, they want to know how much you have, where it is, what you paid. They're asking if you have paid tax on it. Bingo.
Yeah. Yeah, and that comes into effect January the 1st next year.
They're all going to get bad like that because they all need money. Printing presses will be running. They got to pay for it. Terry Fallon, Alpha, when is your next time to Thailand? I believe it's December.
December and January, yeah.
2 months. Richard Duger, a.k.a. Baba. I'm thinking $1.10 right now from Misty. That'd be nice. Hope this week will be good.
Well, right now it's sitting, Bubba, about 80 cents. And they sold a lot of call options and put options on MicroStrategy this week. And if it stays sort of steady and it doesn't skyrocket, they should win all those calls. And yeah, I think we would be looking somewhere around the 110 to 120. Bubba could be absolutely right. I'd like to see it at 118 again or higher.
Yeah.
Time will tell.
Alfa Romeo, Terry, I wish I was heading back to Land of Smiles tomorrow. Unfortunately, I need back in the office in the morning, so I'm back in December.
Yeah, keep on working. You'll get here.
Don Delonic, patience is required. Correct,
Mm.
Mundo, Donnie. Let September come with the Senate pass of the 2 bills.
Yes.
SEC rules,
Yeah.
October ETS. Fasten your seatbelts.
And rate cuts.
Yeah, rate cuts are going to help.
Yeah, that's going to be the next I'll get it out. Parabola for Bitcoin and crypto. I think they'll all follow suit.
Rick Price, serious comment. What do you think of ARC? OARC, I guess. Don't know much about it.
Never heard of it. First time today.
There's two we got to.
Okay, we'll have a look at that too, Rich. Just take my picture down.
No, leave it. It looks good.
Me and the monk.
David Pike, I had to sell my MSTY and MST so I could move it, rebuy into a separate brokerage account.
Okay.
So I escaped the big drop and will rebuy tomorrow at a big discount. I think the Buddha is smiling on me.
Well, lucky David. You timed it right then.
Could have went the other way, but still. Yeah. Typically in future, David, and anyone listening, if you are changing brokerages or separate, you probably can just have them move the shares over, which wouldn't necessitate you having to sell and then rebuy, because you're probably paying, fees every time you do that. So yeah, ask about that. It's called a movement in kind.
Okay.
So you simply move the shares without any cost.
And thank you, David and Terry, for both being channel members.
Terry Fallon, Alpha December is not too bad. Be there soon. Yep. Time flies. Alpha says, Terry, looking to meeting you. You're going to love the land of smiles. Yes, you will. Alpha 2027 is our year. Hopefully would be fantastic.
He's got a plan.
I think Alpha is the same timing. He's about 2 years away from retirement. So Rick Price. Oh, there's that monk. Oak is a yield max with underlying ARK, the ARK Innovation Technology ETF. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Thanks for that update. Mikey D, what do you see as a use for Bitcoin being it's so volatile? What do you think the future will be? Something like gold?
I think it's going to pass gold.
Well, eventually, but gold's pretty big, so it'll take time. But what do I see it as, to answer that question? It is a store of value. So it will protect you against debasement of the paper fiat monies that every government loves to issue with nothing backing them. Because of its limited supply, similar to gold, although they can keep digging deeper for more gold. That's, to me, is what you're looking for, is a store of value to protect your hard assets, let's say.
For Bitcoin to match gold, Bitcoin price would have to be 1.1 million per coin. I can see that happening in the next 5 years. I really can.
Yeah, 5 years is a good time frame.
Yeah.
So why it's volatile, obviously, with any new asset, and maybe a lack of understanding from a lot of people, you can get that. A lot of it, though, Mike, believe it or not, the majority of these swings you see are what's called market makers playing, let's say, games to drive out the leverage longs and the leverage shorts. So if people have gone long, they're predicting the price to go up. Now, they've leveraged it. They've maybe put 10,000 down and they borrowed 50,000 as well. So they got 60,000 invested, hoping the price goes up. Market makers see all these long leverage buys. They'll start shorting Bitcoin, meaning they'll sell it, dropping the price every time they sell. Those longs eventually get wiped out, and then they start doing it the other way. They'll look for the shorts, the people that are shorting the stock,
that think it's going to go down.
And then they'll start driving it back up. So it's a game they play. But in the long run, most of the people into Bitcoin are what I refer to as long-term hodlers. They're hanging on for dear life. And you get these funds like Microstrategy, iBit. Those guys ain't selling once they're in there. iBit, some, the paper hands will get in and out, but the long-term holders, I don't want to hold the coins. Let iBit hold them, BlackRock. Those guys are long-term, so they're not moving the goalpost, let's say, with, sells. The volatility will finally, on that point, Mike, decrease over time. As it becomes more adopted, which it is, it'll be less and less volatile. Rick Price, did you catch the Unitree robot running like a human? In a robot Olympics in China, iRobot, here we come.
Good movie.
That there was some interesting videos about those. There was boxing matches, soccer games.
Yeah.
There was, God, it was hilarious. Alpha Male, I have some good and bad news to share. Good, loving the enormous amount of delicious Thai food the Munchkin prepares. Bad, I've gained 2.5 pounds and counting. So she's cooking up a storm for that boy.
Yeah, you keep on gaining that weight, and I'll have a chance of beating you around the go-kart track.
True, that's going to affect the performance on the track. I'll be abroad. Is Route 66 a guy thing, or do the wives? Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
the wives
no.
go.
It's not a guy thing. Everybody goes.
Everybody goes.
Our wives go.
Yeah, and the girls typically grab their own table. There'll
Yeah.
be like, between 4 and 8 of them sitting around there laughing up a storm, and the boys have the other 2 tables, say. It's a big area, no worries. Alfa Romeo, Cooper's kart race season starts in December. Sabai on the portions. Yep.
Easy on the portion.
Blakester Drums, I'll eagerly await you guys' report on MSTX on next Monday's live stream. There, he's giving us a job. I think you might like it.
Okay, we'll look into it. No problem, Blakester.
Hey, Brooke, you are completely right on XB. That is TY. Going in it on Monday when the market opens. I will still have a position with Alti, but something or other.
Yeah.
Vegas Chris, I think this is going to be a very happy crowd in the 4th quarter of this year.
That's what I'm predicting. That's when I think Bitcoin is going to hit 200,000.
Yeah.
I'm still calling for a minimum 200,000, a high 300,000. I'm calling for a minimum 200,000. Because if you go back to the last bull run, it was cut unexpectedly short because of the FTX scandal and COVID. Had it run its course, a lot of people believe Bitcoin would have hit 100,000. So having the amount of Bitcoin mined every day is halved, the block reward is halved. So that's why I'm putting Bitcoin at 200,000 this year.
Well,
because if the block rewards have, then the Bitcoin price should correlate with that, and it would have hit 100,000 had it not been for the FTX scandal and COVID. I honestly believe everybody got afraid. Nobody could go to work. People are sitting at home wondering what the heck's going to go on. We were all there during COVID. Remember, guys, it was only a couple of years ago. So yeah, I'm still predicting bear price 200,000, bull 3.
Well, interesting. Time will tell. It's definitely when you've got a fixed asset like that, and the money printers or machines are running, and the money supply is jumping, interest rates are going to get cut. Hey, I can see demand. So
I can.
Yep. And we're still early.
Yes.
The adoption worldwide is, growing, but it's still nowhere near what, adoption curves show you. We're just about to enter the steep rise, let's say. There's Brownie and Jen. XBTY is looking like a good move. Yeah, I follow many ETF income strategies from the big players on Blossom. Brownie's mentioned this Blossom. I got to do a lot more research into it. He follows it. I think these guys have income portfolios on these ETFs.
Right.
And you can see exactly what their holdings are. And Brownie has mentioned some of them. And a lot of them have MSTY and Alti, but in smaller percentages than maybe us. Right. They're a little more diversified. Check it out. Some great tips. Yeah, we'll do that, Brownie. Terry Fallon, guys, as always, thank you for these live streams. It gives us all so much hope to retire in the beautiful land of Thailand.
Yeah, the more the merrier.
Yeah, retirement here is great. We get up every day. You go on the balcony. I do this every morning. Just check. And no rain this morning. A little cloudy, but it's nice on there, cool. And you think, another day in paradise. Yeah,
loving it.
Rick Price, is this a better pick? Yeah, that's good.
That's much better.
Muttley, the laughing dog from the 1968 Hanna-Barbera cartoon Wacky Races.
I remember that.
Never did see that one. No.
Wacky Racers on the outside.
Biggest Chris, for me, it's Phuket, mid-December, mid-January, and then jumped in for retirement after April 30th. Time flies. Wowzer.
Yeah, not long now. Yeah, see you out here soon. Vegas, Chris.
I would be happy with Bitcoin 150 to 175 by the end of the year. Anything more would be
splendid.
Splendid. There you go. Good
I'm still calling for 200.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen.
Terry, listen, it's just a matter of when, not if. So, Terry Fallon, Coop, when we get there, we'll buy the steaks and you can grill them. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
No
There's
problem. I'm going to have a hell of a barbecue. I've already spoken to the guy, the manufacturing company in Bangkok, and I got his business card. I said, I'm going to be calling you. I want my barbecue delivered.
Good. Blakester Drums, my opinion, if you want the Bitcoin ETF, XBTY NAV is down and a low dividend. I don't think it's too low, Blakester. It's 44 cents, I think, the last, and that's kind of been steady.
And you said that's a $20 share?
No, it's about 23 and change.
Okay.
You know, but really at 44 cents a share, 52 weeks, you're 20, 22. Oh, you're almost your money back in a year. Like, hello, that's like 100% on your money. Where can you get that? BTCI yield to date is even and with better dividends. Well, there's another one to look into. BTCI. I have to scroll back through these, I guess.
We've got a few.
Vegas
you guys
Chris,
are keeping us busy.
Splendid, but is anyone thinking of a crypto winner soon after? Maybe not as much as in the past, but I think there needs to be a pretty good pullback. A lot of reports, like videos. I follow James Invest Answers religiously, as you know. You guys should as well. That's a tip for the day. He doesn't really think there might going to be a crypto winner.
And neither does Michael Saylor. He says crypto winter is over.
Yeah. Now, hang on. I'm not talking these alts and the shit coins and, who knows what can happen with them. But you're like your Bitcoin, your Solanas, maybe ETH to some extent. Don't see that.
No, I don't see it either. I think there is going to be a pullback. There always will be. However, I don't think we're going to see the 70% pullbacks we've seen in the past.
No.
So let's just say, okay, we'll take my bear case. Let's say Bitcoin hits 200,000. I can see it pulling back to maybe 150.
Yeah. So maybe a 25%, 30% pullback max.
That's what I'm thinking.
But again, they'll be short. They won't be as aggressive, not these 70%, and they won't be as long as I meant shorter periods that they'd last for. And you'll see that continually as the price gets higher and higher. The pullbacks will be less. It'll be less volatile. And the periods they last, I think, will be less because, again, fixed supply.
Well, you look at BlackRock, Brooke. They bought 750,000 Bitcoin since they started January last year. 750,000. Michael Saylor's got 660,000 Bitcoin. Yeah. Between the both of them, they bought the next 4-year supply.
Bingo. Yeah. So, where are we going to get it?
Are they going to stop? I can't see Saylor stopping.
No. And BlackRock won't either. As the adoption grows, people will look at IBIT, for example, the BlackRock facility to buy Bitcoin. They self-custody it. That'll continue to grow and grow and grow. So
the only thing I can see happening for that dip, like I'm saying, 25, 30% dip, is it's going to be the short-term holders that are selling. The long-term holders
I call them paper hands.
No way. They're not going to sell.
They know where it's going.
Exactly.
Yeah. I know several people that have Bitcoin, and I'm not talking one or two. They've got, over 10. They're not selling.
No.
They know where it's going. What if it hit 250? Why would I sell? What's the better alternative?
Yeah, cash is going to go down. Always. Interest rates are going to go up. Cash is going to go down.
Yeah, like CDs and treasury bills paying you 3% and 4%, which that'll go down when interest rates, are dropping. Why would you want to own that? They can keep printing these fiat paper money dollars with nothing backing.
Well, you think 10 years ago, Brooke, you used to go to the supermarket. You take your trolley in there, you pay $100, and that would be,
full basket.
A full basket, absolutely brimming.
Yep.
What can you get for $100 now? You won't even fill a quarter of that basket.
Exactly.
That's where we're saying, folks. So that's why fiat is always going down. What you can buy 10 years ago, there's no way you can buy today. Hence, Bitcoin will keep going up.
And that's why Saylor is really on. He's how Elon is the genius of AI. Let's say Saylor is the similar Elon of financial markets. He's realized that these fiat currencies are going to zero. And when you look back in the history of mankind, like 5,000 years, they've had money, so to speak. Every one of those currencies has gone to zero.
Yeah.
Eventually. And interesting, where Bitcoin ain't going. It ain't going away. That's how you store your value. So,
well,
like
I think
the gold, and gold was the safe haven back 5,000 years and has been since.
Yeah.
But now Bitcoin's gonna, I think, as Coop said, replace gold eventually.
I think it will, and I think that the crypto market is here to stay, because the banks are periodically, you like to call them the banksters, are ripping people off. You try and send money from America to Thailand, you're going to pay a fee.
Correct.
I normally cost me anywhere from $30 to $70 to send my money over here for my living expenses.
Yep.
And it takes about a whole business day to get here. So I'll do it like today and it'll be here tomorrow. With crypto, I can do it instantly for nowhere near the same fee.
Yeah.
That's the difference. And I think that is what is turning on a lot of people into the crypto market.
Yep. Yeah. No, and it will continue to get better and more adoption will come. And yeah.
And Thailand has said for the next 5 years, there is no capital gains tax on crypto in Thailand.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the countries are getting smart as to how they want you to, they want to know if you own any crypto.
And they want to tax
you. They don't care if you sold it or bought it.
England,
hey, if you own any at this date of filing, in your tax returns. Well, you know what they're looking to do down the road. Hey, what happened to that stuff
I took it to Thailand.
Yeah, right.
Good luck getting it off me.
Well, we still tax you on your worldwide income. I think the States
that's the U.S., not England.
JJ, for you subscribers that want a better understanding of MSTY and MSTR, watch the YouTube channel Diamond Nest Egg. No affiliation, but good info for investors. Okay. Well, that's a good tip. That's another one we'll take a look at. Hey, guys, we learn a lot from you guys, too. So,
you guys are teaching us as we're teaching you.
Yep. Don Delonic, yes, September's rate cut. A quarter if Trump hits Powell over the head and he lands in trouble, maybe a half. 2 or 3 cuts in the fourth quarter. Yeah, once they start, they're going to continue, in my opinion.
Some are predicting 2 rate cuts next month.
That'd be nice.
Quarter each time.
I think they're late to the game. They should have been doing it, but hey, better late than never.
But with the PPI report coming out the way it was, Don, at first I was calling for a half a basis point cut. Now I'm calling for a quarter.
Yeah.
And it'd be great if we had 2 in September.
Yep.
You think the last time we had a 0.25% rate cut, Bitcoin spiked 40%, but Brooke. We had a 40% increase. The second time it happened last year had another 45% increase. Not saying it's going to happen again, folks, but look at where it was this time last year. And we're heading back into the fourth quarter now.
We're in the right direction. The economy's still strong, but unfortunately, it's lagging data. So they need these cuts because I think they need to reinforce the economy, get people investing with, lower interest rates. So I think the job losses have already started.
Yeah.
Jeff Trio, hey, Coop, since MSTY is no way it was last year, probably as high, let's say, how do you think MSTY will do at the end of the year payouts? Now, I think end of the year is October he's referring to.
Well, right now they've been keeping a bag aside and they've been paying below since I want to say February of this year, Jeff. So they definitely have that bag. Now, if Microstrategy gets accepted in the S&P 500 next month, the price, I think, is going to go crazy for Microstrategy. And I think it's going to drag MSTY along with it. And their synthetics that they currently have 5 synthetics, I think are going to make super bank. I don't think they'll pay us the full amount of them in the interim. But what I do see is them holding a large portion of that and paying us out in October, which is what I think they're doing now. They're preparing for that October payment. That's why I think they have 5 synthetics instead of the normal 2 or 3. Yep. I think they're gearing up for it.
Well, let's see what happens. But Microstrategy, obviously, going up will help Misty, and also the premiums that they earn. So that's the key. And what'll drive that? Obviously, a Bitcoin jump is going to help. Inclusion from MicroStrategy going to help. The things are lining up to be a positive, last quarter of this year, including payments, as Coop says, from Misty. So hurry up and wait. Don Delonic, yes, 200K plus Bitcoin December. Well done, Donnie. Trump, BlackRock, Trump Sons, and MicroStrategy will make sure it does. Follow the money and the buddy circle. Yes, the buddy circle.
Yeah, I think 200 is a good bear case scenario.
Yeah.
Bull 300. Could it go past the 300? Oh, hell yeah. Of course it can. A lot of people are predicting that the bull market is not going to end in December when it normally does, November, December. They're saying it's going to go into the second quarter of next year.
Well,
before it hits its plateau.
As you know, Bitcoin's always on sale. It reminds me, thinking back about 2.5 years ago, we started Money Matters. Bitcoin was 25,000 a coin.
I know.
And we were saying buy. It's
at 116.
It was at 50. Buy. It's on sale. Then it was 70. Then it was 100. Then it's 120, 117. Well, guess what, guys? At 200 at the end of December, it'll still be on sale. We know where it's going. Terry Fallon, thanks, Jen. See you next time on the live. Have a great week. Got to go walk the dog.
And thank you, Terry. Take care, buddy.
123, Mr. JD. Brooke, XBTY is paying 44 cents every Tuesday. Very good. Next best ETF to be in now. Yeah, I've got it on my watch list, and
I'll have to add it to mine.
Yeah, I'll have to. Well, I'm getting a weekly check from Alti, so I do have a little bit of money, but might wait a week or two and then make a big buy.
Yeah, I bought some Alti last week too. So I've got Misty and Alti as well. Yeah.
I bought Tesla last week, guys, just 10 shares. But Alfa Romeo, Don makes a good point. Yep.
He's a pretty intelligent guy. Yeah.
Malcolm Hawkins, gold to the moon.
Gold is going down.
Well, no, Malcolm's diversified, so that's a good way to be. And, that's good. Good on you, Malcolm. Rick Price, holdings of ARC.
Okay.
Tesla, Roku, I don't know. Palantir, I like. Roadblocks, I think it is. Shopify, probably. It should be good. CRISPR, maybe. Hood, which
and
is
34
Robinhood.
Others. Wow.
Tem, I don't know. Coin. Yeah, that's maybe too much diversification, Rick. Follow James and Best Answers. Find your winners and go hard. But, Richard Woolley, I sold all my Coney. Probably a dumb idea, but I wasn't feeling it. That's Coinbase backed, and Coinbase is very volatile.
Yeah,
like it was over 400 and then back down to low threes, and oh my Buddha. But Coney obviously followed it, so I don't know. I know Coney. I haven't followed the distributions how it is, but okay, he got out. Blakester Drums, another, in my opinion, comments with the tariff fiasco. Unless you're in tech and you're going to get screwed, unless you are in tech, you're going to get screwed. Okay, so he's really big on tech. I'm in the shipping industry, and I can say firsthand, shipping is down and still dropping. Wowzer. So that's probably based from China. A lot less manufacturing going on, a lot less containers on the water, a lot less shipping for Blakester. So, yeah, economy's eventually going to show that. They can't really replace that homegrown too quickly, let's say. So in the U.S., but
I could probably see 5-10 years out, robotics taking over 25% of the economy for the workforce.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
So they say that with robotics, believe it or not, the jobs will be hurt, which I understand.
Yeah.
So, you better maybe start thinking about a plan B for your career.
Yeah.
But the economy actually will really boom. Like the gross domestic product efficiencies, that will skyrocket because of the companies will be making money.
Yeah.
The poor workers ain't, but that's where the government says, well, maybe we need a universal basic income, UBI, they call it, where even though you're laid off, they're going to tax the robots to pay the people that ain't working. So maybe life won't be so bad after all.
Well, you think a lot of these manufacturing companies, they have staff work 8, 12-hour shifts. Well, a robot can do 12-hour shifts and it doesn't need a break. Doesn't need a lunch break. It doesn't need a morning coffee. It doesn't need an afternoon coffee. Doesn't call in sick.
Yeah.
And there you go. They can. They're saying that in the next 5 years they can have these battery cells that the robots could actually do a 24-hour shift before needing charging. Imagine that.
Yeah. Getting to the point where they'll charge themselves, maybe.
Yeah.
Biggest Chris, keep your crypto on a ledger or any cold storage, and the governments won't be able to do anything with what you have. It's got a point. A lot of people don't. Yeah, it's easier. They don't understand cold storage, but that will work, Chris. If you ever need cash or anything, just cash out. A nice trip to a country like Thailand is where you would cash out.
Yeah, you can too. Tax free.
Yep.
Yeah. But I can see the argument for both cases. Having it on a ledger or having it in an ETF. I'm of the mind, same as you, I wanted an ETF. If I have an accident, I don't want to forget my keys, and then lose it all. What about that poor guy in England that lost all of his? He had like 2,000 Bitcoin, and
more than that,
whatever it was a phenomenal amount, and it was on a hard drive, and the hard drive is in the dump. He's tried to buy the dump, and they won't sell it to him.
That's just one of
them. So
yeah. Richard Willie, too late, Powell. Yeah,
always. Yeah,
glad he's gone.
Or will be in May.
Yeah. Powell has to go. I think his time is up in May. Correct. It'll be interesting to see how the markets respond then.
Well, here's what I see is going to happen, Mike, and it makes a lot of sense. U.S. president has been calling for a rate cut for a long time. We all know that. Powell has been reluctant to give one. Right now, the Democrats are upset with him. The Republicans are upset with him. The independents are upset with both of them. And I think he's going to have a saving face moment. I think he doesn't want to go out as, one of the worst economists ever. So I think he's going to do a rate cut next month. And say, there you go, I gave you a rate cut. People will be like, oh, well done, Powell. Everybody will change their opinion about him. Sort of like if you're into football and, your wide receiver is not doing great the first half, and then he comes back the second half and he makes 3 touchdowns and the team wins. Well, during the first half, you're calling them every name under the sun. Wow, you're doing terrible. You should be on the bench and everything else. Second half, you're like, wow, you're the best. So I see that scenario coming out in the next month.
Rick Price, I just noticed from December 9th, 24 to July 7th, 25, that's about a 7-month period. Microstrategy has a cup and handle stock chart pattern.
Yeah.
Is that still a thing? I'm looking for positive signs.
Yes. We call it the head and shoulders or the cup and handle. And yeah, that is normally their thing that they go through. This time last year, folks, Microstrategy went on a run and then did a 10x, a 10-for-1 stock split. Fantastic. I think it's going to happen again this year. I really do. I think that Microstrategy, once incepted in the S&P 500, the new stretch at the market is going to get in somewhere between $50 billion and $100 billion. So that's his next buying power for the whole of the next 6 to 12 months right there.
Yeah.
And the 10 to 15 billion he's going to get in passive income from being a part of the S&P 500 and maybe into the Mag 7. Yeah, I say we're in a very good time for MicroStrategy right now. And it is way undervalued. And I think people are purposely undervaluing it because they know it's going to get into S&P 500 and they want to buy in cheap before it goes ballistic.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah. No, I think it's cheap.
But you got to do your own research, guys. Don't always take my word for it. I have, just as much to lose as you guys. But that's where I'm putting my money right now. That's what I'm betting on.
Against my better judgment, you did sell your Tesla to buy MicroStrategy. I
Because I think it's too early for Tesla yet.
Well, I'm more.
I think
I'm a buy and hold.
MicroStrategy is going to run before Tesla.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's why I did it.
I can see Micro this year, and I can see Tesla next year.
That's what I'm predicting.
But no, I haven't. I am not selling my MicroStrategy nor my Tesla. In fact, I'm buying a little more Tesla as it goes, simply because my bag's smaller in Tesla. I want to build it up. But I'd be buying Micro at this level if you had a few bucks extra, because I think it is going to run quick.
Yeah. And I think that I agree with Grok. I believe there's well over a 90% chance that they get incepted in the S&P 500 next month.
Well, they met all the criteria.
Yeah.
Thomas Stevens, good morning. Treasury Secretary Besson said Friday the USA will not be buying Bitcoin for its strategic reserve. What is your thoughts on this?
An hour later, he went on X and retracted it and said, yes, we are going to be buying Bitcoin, but we're going to be doing it in a budget neutral way that doesn't cost the taxpayers any money. Yeah. And here's my thoughts on it, Thomas. When the president signed the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Act into power, he said two things. One, that there will be one strategic Bitcoin reserve. Strategic reserve, that'll be Bitcoin. For the altcoins, he said there'll be a holding, so that they can hold the altcoins and sell them in the future or anytime that they want. But with Bitcoin, they wouldn't sell it; they would hold it for a minimum of 10 years, and that they wanted to acquire more. With the altcoins, they didn't want to acquire any additional; they were only the ones from seizure. So those are the two things that he said. And that's what I think Besson got mistaken when they asked him about Bitcoin. I think he was referring to the other bill that Trump signed for the altcoins, and he got confused. And then what he did is an hour later, he put on X, oh yeah, we are definitely looking at acquiring more Bitcoin. So I think he got confused between the two.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? But he did retract it.
Yeah,
which I was glad to see, because when I first saw that initially before the retraction, oh Jesus, that's not good.
Well, you think about it. You think about it. 4 million, what was it? 7 million people voted for the Republican Party based on their promise to have the strategic Bitcoin reserve.
Yeah.
So that flipped it for the Republicans to win, I believe. That's how they got the majority across all the 50 states.
Mikey D.
Sorry.
Yeah, go back. Yeah, Mikey D. Would you guys consider investing in Salty if when it comes out? Geez, I did look at that.
I heard a little bit about it. Not a lot.
Is it on Solana or is it a short on Microstrategy? I'm not sure.
I heard a little bit about it. I need to look a bit more into
that again, Mike.
Yeah. Sorry, your comment disappeared though, Mike. Nothing on our end.
Rick Price and Richard Woolley agreed on Coney after poor earnings announcement, which it was. For the underlying Coinbase, tough to hang on to.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Richard Woolley,
thumbs up.
Yes,
Make
please.
Darlene smile. Mike D. Brooke, I think unskilled workers are going to feel the robots the most. Correct.
Yes.
It's like those kiosks at CVS that the workers want you to use. They're working themselves out of a job, but it'll happen anyway. Correct.
Yeah. I think robotics is going to be a big change for the future.
No.
Yeah. And there's a lot of menial jobs that people don't want to do. For example, cleaning toilets for a living. I see the robots doing that. You're already seeing it at Bangkok Hospital. There's no cleaners mopping the floor in the hospital. They got robots doing it in Bangkok Hospital. You know, goes around by itself and it senses people. It stops. It waits for the person to go past and continues going and cleaning. You know, we got restaurants over here that the robot brings you the food. There's no human person bringing the food to the table. They put it on the robot. The robot goes to the table. The door opens. You take your tray out.
Right.
You know, so I see a big change is happening in robotics in the future.
Oh, yeah.
And that's my AI play.
Chris Wheeler, have you all seen the Tesla diner in Hollywood?
No.
I heard there's one in Austin, but I didn't know Hollywood. Okay. 4 hours wait time for a $15 cheeseburger, and robots are serving the popcorn. Wowzer.
Okay, and I'll check that out.
It's a great marketing idea for Tesla. You know, showing off their products at a diner. You know, free advertising is what it is. Malcolm Hawken, looking at mining, automation was supposed to take over. It did not. Always going to need humans. A lot of the industries will need humans, but
I think it's going to cut
that's
down the
a
amount of
minority.
humans it needs. There'll be somebody overseeing it, watching the computer screens to make sure the robots are doing what they're doing. Maybe there'll be a couple mechanics in case they break down. But other than that, I think 70%, 80% of the workforce is gone in that section.
I
in
would
the
think,
next few
Malcolm, at
years.
some point in time, these will be so advanced. They'll want to send a robot into a mine shaft versus a human.
Yeah,
for safety reasons, if nothing else. But that's probably a few years, decades down the road. Blakester Drums, the U.S. is headed toward a recession. All you have to do is look at Vegas, dead and outrageously expensive.
Yeah, tourism in Vegas is down. I will give you that.
Okay.
Americans ain't got a lot of money to gamble anymore.
No.
You know, so hence why tourism in Vegas is down. A lot of people going to cruise ships instead. They're getting better perks. They're getting free cruises. Like me, I go on cruise ships 3 times a year, and I get free cruises every single time I go on them. You know?
Yeah.
So it's fantastic. But as far as going into recession, I can't see it anytime soon.
The spending is still good in the U.S., consumer spending.
Yeah.
Now, believe it or not, a lot of that's fueled with credit card debt. Eventually, that's, the piper comes home to roost. So we'll see what the future holds. But I can see a slowdown at some point. And, we kind of maybe need one to get things rebooted a bit. But yeah.
And damn Don Donalek, he called for 115,000 Bitcoin, and it is at now 115.9 before it spikes back up to 125.
Big sale.
So there you go, on sale right now.
I think it'll jump this week. Vegas Chris, 122 watching and only 68 likes.
What
in the hell is going on out there? Now is the time, folks, to pound that like button, make Darlene smile. Getting all this alpha for free. Darlene needs to smile bigger.
Yes, please. If you're watching on the live stream, absolutely free. Chris has got a point. Hit the thumbs up. It's free. It doesn't cost a penny. And then if you hit the subscribe button again, that's free too. Ignore the word subscribe. You're not paying for it. And you can come in and join our conversation. You wait 1 minute after you hit the subscribe. You're then allowed to comment. We put it on the bare minimum settings so everybody can join in and be happy.
Don Delonic, Mr. XRP, you call me the XRP king, so much so that Trump bought a whole bunch of XRP to put in his $2 billion in Bitcoin. He wants it before the 1,000% pump from the expert Chartis. XLM purring with PayPal now. Okay, well, Donnie,
he's got to believe in something.
Oh, he's a big believer in XRP.
Yeah.
And I would, and he's also diversified, so he's doing okay.
Yeah.
Blakester Drums, Rosie from the Jetsons. Never did really watch that. Vegas Chris, I've already seen robots cleaning floors in Singapore airport and robots selling drinks in South Korean airports.
Yeah. We're seeing them here in Thailand too.
Well, you go to the Tops Market at Festival Mall. There's a robot cleaning the floors constantly, you know?
Exactly.
Yep. Rick Price at Malcolm agree. Still waiting for those Jetson flying cars, but we got other things, just not those big things.
I think those are on the pipeline because Dubai's doing it now.
Okay.
They're having these drones pick you up at the airport and take you straight to the hotel. Fantastic. Yeah, fantastic.
Vegas Chris, Vegas with all the resort fees. Yeah, resort fees.
Yeah.
You check in the hotel. Oh, you want to use the pool? You
got to pay for that. Yeah.
Well, pay for parking. Same thing. Vegas gets what they deserve for jumping hard on the American greed train. And they price themselves out of.
Yeah, and I think that's going to change because when they realize it, and I think they're coming very fast to that point where they're realizing it now. Wow, we're made $10 billion less than we did last year. We need to do something to get the customer back. Free parking, free pool, and free drinks, whatever. They'll think of something, to get the customers back.
I think Thailand's in a tourist recession.
Yeah.
The tourism numbers are down here, guys. So that probably means they'll have to do something to address that if they want to get it back up. Maybe make it easier on visas and that type of thing. So time will tell. Mike D. Well, Trump said in 6 months, America will be booming.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed for everyone.
Richard Woolley, America's not even close to recession. Stop watching CNN. I think with the rate cuts coming, man, that's not that you typically won't see a recession.
With rate cuts,
the results will be more investment.
Because the rate cuts are coming and the money printers are coming as well,
Yep,
and still
people
printing and going to be printing even more. That's going to be the big factor in Q4 why Bitcoin and altcoins are going to pump.
And inflation might start coming back. It'll be down the road, but that'll pump all the assets, including the stock market, guys. So
yeah.
Rick Price at Dawn, what is XRP? I think he's making a joke there.
Yeah, I know.
I believe in freedom. Good morning, guys. Because automation, you guys need to look at robotics technology stocks. Yeah, Tesla. That's what I'm looking at.
Tesla is the leader in robotics right now.
Yeah.
Because all their robots are going to have Grok installed in it. And I had a full-blown conversation with Brooke yesterday, going back and forth to saying, what if this scenario? What if this scenario? And, she was saying it was a female voice, Grok female voice. And she was like, okay, well, if this scenario plays out, then maybe this could happen. What do you think? And it was great. It was a conversation I had with Grok for about an hour yesterday.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Now imagine you're going to do that with the robot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. True. Yep. Interesting times, fellows. Live and learn with Mike. Rick XRP is the road to be rich, like you. Blakester Drums. The Canadians are boycotting a lot of American products and not traveling there. Other countries are following suit. I've read that about Canada. The trips to the U.S. are way down.
Right.
Okay. I've even heard of Canadians who winter in Florida, like I used to, selling their places.
Really?
And looking to winter maybe in southern BC on the island where they don't get snow. Things like that. Or
times are changing.
I know in the LCBO, the Liquor Control Board of Ontario, they've removed a lot of the American whiskeys. Like they see pictures, shelves are gone, empty.
Yeah.
They've taken them right off.
Subwoofer says
Vegas isn't dead. That's just misinformed people on YouTube. The strip is busy, and so is downtown, and gaming revenue is up. Who knows?
I don't know.
How do you believe?
I'm not boots on ground. I couldn't tell you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Could be FUD. Subwoofer, Vegas resort fees, nothing new. It's been around 3.5 years now. I did hear there was getting a backlash on these fees, though. And some of them now are getting away from that.
Moving away from it?
Yeah, to look to increase their numbers. So anyways, not there, don't care. Robert Pierpont, what's down the most in Vegas is rich foreigners. Yeah, they're staying away. They had changed Vegas to cater to the rich foreigners too. So this is what's really hurting them. Yeah, could be.
I don't know.
The whales, they call them. Mike D. Coop, when the robot serves the food, what happens if they get it wrong? Is there a human there? There must be. Yeah,
yes.
There would be.
Yeah. So you're going to order the food with the human. That's the robot that brings it to the table.
Right.
So, yeah. Mike laughing out loud. Yeah.
Robert Pierpont, Grok also said he or it was Mecha Hitler. I take Grok with a grain of salt. Okay.
I like Grok.
Yeah,
I do.
I use it. Yeah, you guys take a look at it.
Wrapping up now, folks. We got about 4 minutes.
Okay, I believe in freedom. Florida's economy is bad. That I believe. Right now, tourism is down big time, and the prices of food are ridiculous. Inflation is coming. It's probably already there. Yeah. Alpha Romeo, smash that like button twice. Okay, thank you.
Well done, Alpha.
Make
And
Darlene
last
smile.
comment goes to Vegas Chris. So say your goodbyes. Now we got to log off, folks.
Subwoofer, I live here and been here 40 plus years, and you are incorrect. I have many friends and family in the hotel gaming industry, and you, sir, are incorrect. He's talking about Vegas.
He's boots on ground.
Yeah.
I guess he should know better than most.
Yeah, he's doing a on-site report. So, okay.
So anyways, fingers crossed for a positive week this week in the markets. Bitcoin's hit a low 115.8. Looking, SUI is down as well, 3.67% at 365. Link is the only one that I see is up, and it's up 9.26%. What's going on with Link, Brooke?
Don't know, don't
Link
care.
is doing very well. All the other ones seem to be doing down right now. AVAX is down 0.7%, not bad for AVAX. ETH, what's ETH doing? 436.867 right now, down 1.5%, roughly about the same as Bitcoin, 1.5% down. XRP is at 303, Donnie, and it is down 3.09%. Solana, which was a good one last week, it was over $200.
Yeah,
it was
184.
208, I believe.
It's down 3.5.
Down 3.5, yeah.
I still think that's a bit of a buy.
So that's where the markets are right now. Let's hope for a retracement this week and everything pumps back up. And let's just say our goodbyes and log off.
Living There with Mike. Great live stream. Thank you, guys.
And thank you, Mike.
Biggest Chris, thanks for all you do. Coop and Brooke, wish you two and everyone a wonderful week ahead.
You too, Chris. Thank you very much.
Alpha Male, another Bitcoin dip as we speak. Another dip buying opportunity soon. Stack and hold for a prosperous future.
Always.
Got the right idea.
Yeah.
Malcolm Hawkins,
Uru. And Rich Price says back to normal.
Back to normal.
Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen this week. I think everything's going to go back to where it was at the start of last week.
Yep.
And then we'll see from there. So thank you to the 112 watching. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up. Come on, we need to get 100 likes per live stream because it helps the YouTube algorithm and more people watch it.
Of a similar interest.
Exactly.
It's good to be in a good group.
And of course, none of this is financial advice. These are just friends talking about what we're investing in and our opinions on where the markets will be going in the future. So until next time, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. God bless you all and stay tuned.
Stay safe.